captain gets dropped. That's crazy.
So I like to make decisions.
As club captain, I'm having a word with my club captain.
If players have not been performing and I drop them based on that, then I don't feel like there should be a conversation. They should know that.
One thing about Immed's reaction.
Imedd is angry.
I tell him he's not a grudge to him. That's freaking me. No way.
Starting number 9.
Someone was off. Someone was off.
I think you were just too loud, you know. How can you yell while clapping? Somehow you.
Welcome back to the No Name Podcast. It's your host, Joe Messiah Filmer. And I'm here with my co-host,
Way Wonder, aka Way Wonder.
and today we're joined by two of the finest backroom staff. In fact, we've got the gaffer and Abdi Wanks. How you doing, guys, man? Yeah, give it up for them, man.
14-0.
How you doing, guys, bro?
Yeah, all good, thanks, all good.
Yeah?
All good.
Happy to be here.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Good, man.
Sushi
Good.
up, man. Sushi up.
Change your pace, you know, get out the tracksuits.
Jeez.
Combat.
Versatile.
They called each other today, so that's where the same word.
He say,
Matching them.
You know,
hey, you're sharp, you know.
I weren't sure if we got the text. I weren't sure. I sent the message. I got nervous thinking.
Man, I went for the green, you feel me? Khaki. I went for the khaki, you feel me?
It's alright, man. It's alright.
But yeah, man. Thank you for jumping on the podcast. It's been a long time coming. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been meaning for this to happen. And since everything, all that's gone on, I feel like this is the right time to get down into the nitty gritty. So today, we're gonna start off with pre-season. Yeah. First thoughts. Let's go around. How do you think pre-season? How did it go?
The gaffer go first.
Thank
What do
you.
you think, Gaffer?
A bit of a mixed one, I think, for pre-season. I feel like I always compare it to obviously last season because obviously we've done so well and we've kept the majority of the squad together. I feel like the level of opposition, all due respect to them, probably wasn't as strong as last year, and that probably plays a part as well. Last year, we almost had something to prove as well, and I feel like playing them better teams, we almost wanted to prove it. Yeah. This year, we almost felt like we was already on top, which is probably the wrong mindset to go in with. And that's where complacency creeps in, and I feel like that was a big part of the start for the pre-season and first game of the season.
Fair enough, man. I felt we were leaking a lot of goals, man. That defense, it wasn't as solid as last season, but then against pre-season, new batch of players, really get me. It gets like that sometimes. What do you
said the same group and you're saying new batch?
It's new batch, bro.
A couple new additions.
During pre-season,
thank you, Granks.
if I remember, the back four was changing quite a lot. We had quite a lot of newer players with defenders that were coming in. Mo came in for a couple games. I can't remember the game that we won 8-3. Who the hell? What was he play? There was a set. Rio came in at centre back. Danilo's come in. Montel came in for a couple games. Like the back four was the one thing during pre-season that it was chopping and changing. Ola missed, a good amount of pre-season. One thing that helped us a lot last year was the back four had a lot of continuity. Didn't have that during pre-season.
Big words. Continuity.
Do you know that?
I hear it
I thought I was gonna say continental or something. You feel me?
Yeah. So like Joel, you mentioned that we were leaking a lot of goals, and it's something that is not ideal. We don't want to. You don't ever want to be conceding goals. You don't want games to be like a cricket score or a shootout.
Exactly.
But pre-season is to iron out those kind of like deficiencies or errors, and I feel like we found out what we already knew, that certain players are very important to us, and the back four was one part of the team where it's very difficult to break into that team, and that obviously pre-season just highlighted that you're gonna have to be like an exceptional player to come into our back four.
100%, man. Wonder, how do you feel about pre-season, bro?
I feel like me personally, as a team,
and I feel like your personal performance as well.
as a team, it's like, yeah, as Tommie said, like it weren't the same opponents. Like I think a lot of games were called off. So it was like we're thinking we're playing against these big clubs, but then we're coming against some Mickey Mouse teams, and we're like, we'll just go there and bob it off. Yeah. Me personally, I'm not a pre-season player, innit? Really, I think last year I had the same type of thing. Pre-season, first game of the season as well wasn't. Then obviously kicked on from there, innit?
Coming like Eden Hazard, you got to play your
That's
way
what it is.
into
Eden,
form.
man, don't train. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man, that's it.
Yeah,
But now we're back, innit?
We're back, bro. And obviously, game one, we lost 2-0 to Brook Athletic. I'm not gonna lie, that performance there, that's one of the worst performances I've seen from a Baiteze team in my entire career. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think it's one.
No,
of them,
bro. No word of a lie.
What top 3?
That was shocking.
It was very smelly. I don't know if it's like our worst performance. It was a very.
No,
It
I should say it
stunk.
was your worst. I would say it's one of.
One of. It's hard to. We don't have a lot of like bad days like that.
performances, yeah.
Especially what was on the pitch. We don't have a lot of bad days. But yeah, it just.
Trust me. If you lot saw that 90 minutes, hey, blood will come from your eyes, fam. Because it was just kalam. But yeah, man, 2-0. Quincy went down injured in that game. Obviously, that was a big factor as well.
Yeah.
We had who came on to replace him?
Gio, no?
We had to put Gio on.
Yeah.
Gio was nowhere near fit. He shouldn't have even stepped up on the pitch, to be fair, and he admits that. But obviously, he had to play. I think he played the rest of the game, didn't he?
Yeah.
85 minutes or whatever it might have been. So, yeah, but the preparations before that, it just, nowhere near enough.
I think like even that game we didn't even have no pegs. We had to use the line back as a peg.
Crazy.
Like it was insane. Quincy was doing their nets. He didn't have time for a warm up, and that ultimately led to him getting injured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So these sort of things is very vital in preparation of a game. So we should have had someone like Mark or Wells or Ibby. Not sure. Come on, man. You know me, bro. I don't do that. So the young used to do that.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. But in all seriousness, preparation is key.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's been my biggest message since coming in. I'm probably sure the boys are all fed up with me saying it. Consistency and controlling what you can control and taking care of all of the off-the-pitch stuff. That plays a part in how you perform on the pitch, I believe. Anyway, I feel like if you take care of all the off-the-pitch stuff, be there on time, get your warm-ups done properly, get your massage, all that sort of stuff.
100%.
And then that starts you right for the game. So the fact that weren't done, and again, I'm not even blaming the players for that. That was something that, whether it's my fault, it was news to me anyway, to be honest, going to that venue. But yeah, that's just how it was.
We
but
wasn't even meant to play on that pitch.
I can speak on it a little bit
Go on then,
because
let's give us.
it was something that I was trying to get resolved the whole summer for pre-season. So normally we like to play our games on Astro. One, because it's a good surface, but two, you don't have to worry about nets. You don't have to worry about corner flags. Things. A lot of it is dealt with ahead of time. If not, we're on the show pitch, and when you're on the show pitch at the Marshes, big up the Marshes.
No, don't big them up, bro.
No, pick him up, man.
It's a historical venue, man.
That's a serious
got to pay homage. Got to pay homage to the spot. The Marshes is ours. We're the home to the
For
Marshes.
real, bro. Remember
it's
when
like-
Messi landed on the Marshes?
I was there.
So what you saying?
They thought it was me.
They thought it was Imedd. They even thought it was Imedd. I saw kids running after him with pens in their
I was
hands.
thinking, what? Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crazy.
But like it was just very difficult to get hold of the venue, just so we knew where we were gonna be. So we only found out very late on Saturday that we would have a pitch, but there wasn't any talk of us putting up nets or anything like that. So to be very fair to the boys, they did their best to adapt on the day, but it was something that was out of our control because as far back as July, we were trying to get this resolved. So we first guessed this. We knew that it was going to be something that we were going to have to overcome. But I think on the day, it's all very surprising when you have to show up in the conditions that we had to. But the pitch wasn't great. The nets was a problem. The timings, all of that was a problem. And it just became a leveler. And it's a lot to overcome on the day. I know people will look at us and say, but you're so good. These are just excuses. Like we're just talking about what happened, These are all
facts.
It's contributing factors. Our performance weren't great, the conditions weren't great, the preparation weren't great. All of it comes together.
And I feel like, sorry to butt in, I feel like Brook probably knew their strength and knew how to win that game, and they played to that. And obviously taking nothing away from Brook because obviously they deserved it on the day, but them contributing factors, as Abdi said, definitely played a part in us losing that game.
Thankfully, we won't have that issue anymore. We're at Parslows now, innit? Love that, Parslows. So you guys make sure you come down to Parslows. Our home games will now be over there. Brand new AstroTurf. The facilities are amazing. So come through, meet the boys, and have a good time on a Sunday.
Come watch Wonder, innit, really?
Well, come watch Wonder. Only
Come
you
watch
Wonder,
Wonder,
yeah?
man.
That's it, man.
Yeah, it's only Wonder.
Come for wonder, stay for the rest of the team.
That's it.
Exactly. Stay for the vibe. Stay for the vibe, man. Okay, so game number 2 now. Obviously, the first game we lost 2-0. Game number 2, Gaffer, you had to make some very tough decisions and leaving our number 10, Wonder, out of the team sheet and it's club captain as well. So talk to me about how difficult it was leaving him out because you know how strong of a character he is. And
Yeah, no, Imedd, we've spoke about it anyway, but Immed's massively important for this team, just like everyone. And it weren't, although it looked like that, it weren't just Immed that was going to be dropped. It was going to be maybe 6 players. But with the players, you know, it's like getting up Sunday morning and you're seeing players that are not. We had players drop out Sunday morning, and as I say, then it probably looked like it was just Immed that was dropped, but that weren't going to be the case. As I say, going off the back of the Brook game. They played a certain way that got them the result. Flyas was there watching, knowing the pitch was going to be very similar as well. They was obviously going to play the same sort of style that Brook played. So if I went in with the same team as that Brook game and we would have lost, obviously that's then on me. So I had to make decisions. I actually went back and wrote out a team that I would play, and there was about 6 changes. But as I say, get to Sunday morning and there's certain players that have dropped out, then you're having to put players in that you weren't planning into, and that's why it did look like Imedd was the only one. But as I say, it was nothing personal. There's nothing against Imedd at all, and we spoke about that. But I had to do what's right for the team to get a result on that specific day, and luckily we did.
Okay, man, fair enough, fair play. I'm gonna head over to Wonder now. Now, Wonder, hearing that news, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was watching the video with popcorn. What? Sweet and salted as well. Yeah, you get the best from both worlds.
Mixed.
You know what I'm saying? And then when Tommie read out the team sheet, you realise your name wasn't there. What's going through your cranium?
I was thinking me. Like, no, but I was thinking me. No way. But obviously, as it looks, it's only me that getting dropped. But obviously, I didn't know the backstory, whatever. So I was thinking, nah, I'm the greatest. Like, how am I getting drops? Like, what's going on here?
No, man, that
It's like dropping Rodri right now. What's going on?
You don't drop Rodri.
You don't drop Rodri.
Don't drop Rodri.
But obviously, yeah, decision was made. Obviously, I was upset about it.
Fair enough.
That's just the type of player I am, innit? Like, I like to play every game. I want to win every game. And I just thought, you know what, nah.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. Nah. What's going on?
The way man can't even like express his words, and man said, nah.
Thinking this
You
Tommie,
know.
Tommie who? Tommie what? Nah, joking, but then I was like, gutted, obviously. Then obviously, yeah, like it clicked to my brain anyway. It clicked to switch in my brain, so maybe it was a good thing that happened.
I can't lie.
So I went back to Saturdays as well. I think that week Tommie dropped me Sunday, and I was like, what? I'm a player, you know.
Sunday evening.
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday evening.
Sunday evening. I called the gaffer for a club. I said, yeah, I'm coming into training on Tuesday. He's like, yeah, no problem. Went into training, signed on Tuesday. And I knew, thinking, Sunday needs to hurry up, you know.
Big man team.
Sunday needs to hurry up. And then once Sunday came,
Wow.
then everyone was, like, players were dropping out. And I thought, you know what? We're going to play. Obviously, the players are not there, so it's my opportunity to go back into the team and obviously just claim my spot, rightly. So that didn't happen. But then obviously the following week happened. And I'm not losing my spot again, innit?
No, that's dope, man. And for me, just looking at you and the way you responded to that, it definitely lit a fire under your belly, fam.
Was it double MOM?
What? MOM? Double MOM? Bro, we played at the Flats. If you don't know, what's the Flats is
Terrible.
It's straight. Direct.com, fam. Stoke City, fam.
Terrible.
This guy was getting up for this.
He was there.
Wonder's ball.
Yeah, I was on
thinking,
it. I was on it.
Who's this, fam?
Variety.
This ain't Wonder.
Hey.
So, Tommie, I would like to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommie, for that. Thank you. And you should thank him as well.
Yeah, no, thank you. We have chats on WhatsApp all the time, man. So, you know what I'm saying?
Friends now, yeah? Friends now, yeah? All friends. No, I wanted to take it back a week to when he got dropped, yeah? Like, one thing about Immed's reaction, and I'll always be fair to him, like, it means something to him.
Yeah.
When Immed don't play, he's upset. It means something. Other players, when they get dropped, it's like,
Whatever.
all right, I didn't play this week, I'll play next week or whatever. Like, Immed, he wants to play every game. He wants to play every minute of every game. He wants to be the reason that we win. Like, I can work with that. Like, as a, you know, someone that's part of this team, I know I can go to war with that. I know that's gonna get it done.
Yeah.
You know, like that attitude. And to be fair to him, he's the leader of this team. You should have that attitude. That's what makes him the group's leader. Like, you can get dropped, but your reaction to how you get dropped, like, you're allowed to be pissed off. He came on the pitch. He didn't sulk. He didn't say, "No, I'm not coming on. I don't want to play." You know,
There might be an 0-1. 0-1, I don't want to play. Abdi,
no, but like, nah.
No, but obviously not. But
it's
obviously,
just
the way
the
you don't see
sulking
it,
one.
yeah, I was sulking, man. I can't lie. I was upset.
It's a passing comment, though.
Yeah, no, of
It's a
course,
passing
It's
comment.
fair for you to be
Yeah,
upset,
of course.
but you don't
obviously,
take that
if
at
the
face
gaffer
value.
see it like that, obviously the internet sees it completely different. But as long as the two people see it like that, and I don't really care what people got to say. And attitude stinks. I don't really care. You watch the videos, you comment, you got time.
But I think the way you've performed lately as well, I think everyone will see when all the videos come out from Sunday as well, how you performed. It's almost like you're now playing with something to prove because you obviously want that spot. And I feel like that's what we was missing, not just from you, but from our overall team from last year to this year so far. That's what we just lack, that bit of hunger and that bit of fight.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I say, you've brought that for the last couple of games, and that spot's yours until you kind of mess it up. Really, that's just how it is now, isn't it?
Continue, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I want to know though, guys. Do you reckon Tommie should have had a conversation with Imedd prior to him getting dropped? Because I'm not gonna lie, him as club captain, I'm having a word with my club captain. Listen, you haven't been up to scratch as of late. You're gonna have to hold the bench, but I'm telling you, if you show that work ethic, you can definitely come back into the side. But personally, what do you guys feel, man?
Do you want to go first?
Would that matter to you? Would it have meant something to you if he paused just for a second and had a conversation?
I've never been on the bench, so I wouldn't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but it might have. Do you know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of football and like lots of it. What captain getting dropped? What captain gets dropped? That's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe a little conversation beforehand, or because it looked mad, didn't it? Like in my head, I'm very like when something's not right, I'm like I'm going everything's not right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everything's not right. Like Tommie didn't say good morning to me today. Is he crazy? Like, why are you not saying good morning to me? Like, is he mad?
What's that thing? Rain, like Rain Man.
And then boom, and then like it just adds up. So maybe a conversation needed to be had, but obviously.
Yeah, from my point of view, I completely understand that, and as you say, maybe being captain probably a conversation would have gone a long way. How I looked at it personally, where it weren't just you, it was going to be a couple or handful. I always felt like if players are not performing and they're dropped, they should know that. For a couple of reasons last year, I had to pull a couple of players, probably a handful of occasions. Certain players were playing well, and then it actually got to the Hatch Lane game when we did win the league. And I knew 3 months ago what my starting team was going to be that game, because I knew from when we played them before what sort of personnel I was going to have in that team. So I had to pull them 2 players outside. So you've been playing well week in, week out, but this game needs something a little bit different. So in them situations, I feel like I'd pull someone and say something. But if it was on poor performances, again, not just digging Imedd out, but again, the rest of them, I don't know if I'd have a chat. But like I say, Imedd phoned me the next day, and I'm all ears, and I'd have a chat with him. And we spoke for about half an hour the next day, didn't we? So
we did.
But then obviously we'd have a chat. But before it, again, I suppose it's one of them. It depends on the individual, I suppose, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah. And that's interesting. Obviously, you're a new gaffer as well, so you're learning this on the job. So
yeah.
That's something to also take into consideration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I feel like on the day, just to be very fair to Tommie as well, I think he got the decision right. Brandy and most of the midfielders, unbelievable game.
100%. I can't lie.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That performance.
Don't do that.
Hey.
That performance was unreal from us.
Very
Yasin came into the side looking
like,
absolutely incredible. The link up with Malachi was dope, but also what made my day was Imedd saying it was 3-1 up. This guy, we're playing dead, man. We're playing dead. I was like, we're 3-1 up, bro. But yeah, man, I hear it.
These lot was rattling me.
Yeah.
And then Flyhouse on the other side.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, hey man, you're on the bench. I was like, bro, I've smacked you lot 5-1 and we should have won here too, but we drew 2-2. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But I was like,
I hear it, bro. I actually hear
it,
bro. It gets like that sometimes.
But nah, it's
honestly
sprang a new fire to my belly. So
yeah, man.
It was a good decision in the end, didn't it, Tommie? So.
But as I say as well, just on that note as well, for yourself, Imedd, like that specific game, I knew Flyhouse were going to play a very similar way to Brook, as I said earlier. So having people like Musti and Brandy, as I say, probably wouldn't have been one of them, to be honest. But having them 2 naturally defensive-minded players helped us that game. But then you play against maybe a Hatch Lane, and it might not be them 2. It might require someone like yourself, for example. So each game requires something a little bit different. But the overall message, if you play well, you keep your spot. But there might be certain tweaks with certain games.
Is that a hint that he's going to start versus Hatch Lane?
We'll see.
Start every game, man.
I hear it, man.
Connect the dots there.
I hear it. But Baiteze, we've been pictured as a pretty team, tiki-taka. We like to get on the move. Can we play on the pitches such as the Marshes, like the terrible Marshes pitches? I'm not talking about the showcase pitches. Can we play at the flats? Do you know what I mean? Can we do the other side, the dark arts?
I think, we showed it. Like, we showed it last year a few times, and we showed it when Abdi was obviously gaffer as well. Wow. The pitch was probably worse, We didn't have to put the nets up. We had our own change room, so maybe that was the factors that played it. But we showed it there. We winning second balls, winning headers. If it had to go long, it had to go long. So I think we all learnt from the first. And we talked about it after the game as well. We said like people said we played like we didn't play well.
Yeah.
But we knew we didn't have to play well. We just knew we had to just win the game.
Just a result.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had to win the game.
I said on the day as well, like, you know, we needed to strip it back. Is playing well, you know, playing a certain type of football, or is playing well, understanding the opponent, the condition, and then doing the thing that hurts them? Like, you know, first half, Imedd was on the pitch. We wanted to play with a certain style, rhythm, and we just couldn't find our rhythm. And, you know, we made the decision that we were going to change it up at half time and then, you know, simplify our performance, but just execute better. And we did. And it was like, there was quality in what we were doing, but it was a lot more like simple. So yeah, we've shown, if you look back over the last 2 years, we've got results on some horrible pitches.
Terrible.
I think we had a game in the Nationals last year. I remember the camera was
Basildon,
the camera was fogging up, bro.
Basildon.
It was Basildon. It was like the pitch was nasty. We got a result.
That game was.
We had a game. We had a game 2 years ago in the Essex Cup. The pitch was even worse. Imedd scored that game in like the 90th minute.
Debut back in it.
Oh my days, I can't lie. That was a good goal.
We've played on some nasty patches, and we've been able to, like, you know, pick up what to do and get results. So
It's
that
just mentality,
narrative,
innit?
Yeah.
that narrative, it's like it's just a thing that people want to hang against us.
Well, yeah.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not gonna lie, Tommie, man. You had Abdi Wenger as gaffer. What was it? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, yeah, 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago. He's carrying on a 14-0
Aggregate score.
Oh, no, he's coming for our job, isn't he?
He's coming for your
No,
job.
no, he's done well. He's done well.
On
And
top.
to be fair, like I say, I was away for my mum's 60th birthday, so I was
Hey.
away.
Hey, happy birthday, Mum. There's a
Thank
2
you.
little for you.
But no, Abdi stepped in and he's done an amazing job. And as I say, it's not the first time he's come in and done really well for us. So
That's top, man.
Could see the new manager.
Ooh, maybe.
Jack of all trades, I say.
Aye,
But
Jack of all trades, master of none.
for you, this guy, Wenger. For you, what was it like taking obviously the Baiteze for that game and controlling the ship, man?
It had a bit more notice than last time. Last time we had that game against El Valiente. Only found out on the morning that Gaff weren't going to be there, but I was able to like prepare a bit during the week. You know, knew what was going to be required. Had a good conversation with Tommie. He set out to me like, this is what the team wants the team to be, how we want the team to play. But you know, we've got a good group of guys. You know, the boys made it easy on the day. You know, no one was like being difficult or prima donna. Everyone came in good time. The organisation on the day was good. And yeah, like the group is easy to manage. I know that sometimes we
Is
can
it?
have. From my perspective,
Am I
He's only been in the
easy
job 2 days.
to manage?
I've never had a problem like managing you when in the 2 games that I've been in charge. Even when I've been like just helping out, I don't think we've never had a problem. It's like, you know,
Fair
and
play.
it's like we bring out the best in each other in those difficult moments. Like, you know, the gaffer's not there, cup game away. I tried to not overcomplicate. I feel like the team talk I gave was very like simple and clear. The instructions I gave at halftime was simple and clear. Try not to talk too much. Like, ultimately, these are the good footballers. They're the 11 on the pitch. They're there to get us the win. I'm just an accessory to, you know, contribute towards the boys doing what they need to do to get us the win.
Man.
So.
But I'm really intrigued. Like, so how did it go down? Did you pick the team sheet, or do you call him at half time? Like, so what sort of things?
We had a
happened?
conversation beforehand. He said, "This is the team that I want to go with. These are the instructions that I want to be put to the team." But he gave me a bit of rope to, you know, make changes as I see fit. He said, "Ideally, these are the changes that I want to make. You have to manage people's fitness and game time, and, you know, think about the continuity of the squad. You want certain players to feel valued and give them minutes, but." I had to veer away from that a little bit on the day. Mush got hurt at halftime. Mush was someone who was going to stay on. Sorting the centre back for us.
Can't lie, he could not continue that game.
In his defence, he got kicked, but wow, what a stinker!
Oh
What a
my
stinker.
days! I don't think he completed one pass.
Hey, pass completion was like 6%.
Zilch.
It was 6%. He had
But
a
we
tough
love you,
day.
Mus, man.
He got like lifted very early in the game, and so yeah, he couldn't continue. So we had to, you know, make a decision on the fly. I spoke with some of the boys that were there on the day, and then yeah, the tactics were, you know, stop overcomplicating the game, go from inverted wingers to just standard right footer on the right side, left foot on the left side. We have some of the best centre forwards at this level. I can't believe how
The best,
somehow
the best, in fact.
somehow we have Josh Asude, who's got like double-digit goals already.
Forget
Norman
about
Wabble, league player. Bruno scores goals 4 at a time. And Dan, who, again, like...
Hungry lion.
Hungry, always scores.
Hey, listen, on that one, a question I want to ask. Who you starting number 9?
Who must start number 9?
You can answer this one. Abdi.
Say,
Who you starting number 9? I don't know. It depends on the game. I don't want to know that. Who's your number 9?
I'm so sorry. That's what I'm about to give you. It depends
Yeah,
on the game.
it has to be.
It depends on the game.
Okay.
Alright, it depends
You
on
have to
the
go
game.
for each scenario then.
All right, cool. Give me a
Yeah.
scenario. I think, to be fair, give me a scenario. Give me a team.
Okay, we're playing at the flats.
Playing at the flats.
We're playing at the flats against 6'2" monsters.
6'2" monsters. The flats, they're 6'2" monsters. I feel like you want to have someone like Josh to be a direct threat in behind. You don't want to get too many duels with the centre back. You want to be able to stretch them because there's already the pitch is bad. If he stretches them, they have to drop. You're then on a bad pitch. You're making space for someone like Mali, Yassin, Obi. More skillful players. You're giving them a little bit more room because they're then reacting to the danger in behind.
100%. What you saying?
If it was me, if it was a pitch like the marshes or the flats, like you say, I'd probably go with a Dan, I think. And the reason for that is because Dan, I feel like he's quite, whether he means it or not, he's quite raw, isn't he? And
Yeah,
he
he
relies
is.
on
He
like
is.
taking a deflection off someone's shin pad and
Robust.
getting through. And he can make something out of something like that. So it'll take a couple of deflections somehow, nutmeg someone and go through. So I feel like he can make the best out of poor kind of environments. And, and yeah, I feel like Dan could be the person for that sort of game.
All right. I'll go for me. I'll probably go with Norman Wabble, simply because I know he can do everything. Ask him to do anything, he can do it. Hold it up. Link.
Like, he's maybe like a right winger now. I think he's like from the
You
games
think
I've
it's a better
seen-
winger?
From the 3 games I've seen him play.
Yeah, he's played.
moving.
To be fair,
No
This week
spoilers,
he's gone.
but yeah.
yeah.
man.
No, it's not gonna be.
out.
It's gonna be out.
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
good.
He had a great performance.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
performance.
great game.
Ooh,
It
can't
was-
lie there.
he had a Bukayo Saka-esque performance.
You got to scratch your head for
I
that.
know,
man. I'm
I
not gonna
know.
lie. That's a tough conversation. Number 9.
No, it is. Yeah, and to be fair, that's why we was looking at the 3 at the back so that we could allow 2 strikers. Obviously, if you go 2 strikers, it's either a 4-4-2 or a 3-5-2, whatever you want to go with. But with the 3 not working, we had to just go with the 1 striker.
Yeah, which is fair.
It's a headache because they're all fantastic players, and I feel like it probably comes down to either form or the opposition based on who's starting. But like I say, we put Norman on the right, but allowed him the kind of flexibility to go inside.
He was kind of like inverted, really.
Yeah.
Just playing off the striker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like I say, that without kind of giving too much away, that the time we played him in pre-season, he scored 2 inside the box, and then one of them was peeling between the centre half and the left back. So if he was starting on the right and just finds them gaps there, hopefully it'll draw the left back in a little bit more with Samir going kind of up and down a little bit. So that was the plan behind it anyway.
Look at the taps are cool.
Abs, my young boy, you're in trouble, man.
Hey,
Why are you in England, man?
I'll be honest. Special shout out. I never normally do this. Inverted abs. Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo. Because you've been top.
Yeah.
You have been top, and people have been hating on you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Last season, people was like, "Oh,
man, people don't know
Abs
Abdullah.
is dead. Abs is this."
People don't know Abdullah.
Scapegoating. That's exactly the word. Literally,
They
bro.
don't realize when I first met Abdullah, he was a inverted left winger. He was like cut and bang, chops, step overs, high volume player. He's adapted his game, and now he's like playing right back, right wing back at a very, very high level. Like a lot of people struggle with that. Like,
Exactly.
they struggle.
100%.
Gio struggles with that.
Yeah, playing out.
Gio's not
Which is
inverted.
fair.
Gio's not.
It's not. Listen, you know
Which
the
is
Gio's not
fair.
inverted.
You got different types of players,
Yeah.
innit?
the inverting ain't for everyone.
No, but
It's
imagine we
not.
had 2 inverted. That would be crazy.
What? You on a
pep team.
control the system.
What, Cancelo and Kyle Walker?
If we had,
Kyle Walker, no.
He could do it.
No.
We can't
Get
do
him
it.
off. Get him off. I'd rather in the beginning. I'd rather Rico Lewis,
Yeah,
man.
he's cold as
Honestly,
well.
he's much better.
No,
at
I'm
the
honestly inverted abs. Like he's taking his game to
Different level.
a different level. this
Different
year.
level, man.
Off the
That's
back,
top.
off the back of a difficult end to the season
Yeah.
last year.
Where he didn't, obviously, he wasn't in the squad for the final.
That's it. Well, that's what I was going to touch on. Very similar to like I said about yourself coming back with something to prove. It's almost like Abs, like you weren't in the squad in the front, and I had to actually go and tell him and Brandy when they're putting their socks on that they're not in the squad. this cup game.
Tommie, if you would have
And,
done that, if that would have,
Cool, that another one I got wrong as well. To be fair.
Holy hey,
but the-
no way, Tommy, you have to learn from that lesson.
But the reason, I know it sounds really harsh, but the reason why is because I still wanted them to feel like they're part of that squad. I know it sounds, but if I told them the night before,
probably wouldn't have came.
yeah, they probably wouldn't have came, or probably wouldn't have enjoyed it to an I don't know. Maybe.
It's true.
I
It's
reckon
Do you know what I
Abdullah
mean?
would have come.
With Abs obviously not making that squad in the final, or the biggest probably game of the season, probably in history, to be fair. He's then come back and his message to me in the summer was, I'm going to kind of earn my spot and I'm going to fight for my spot. And he has, to be fair. He's probably been one of our best players up to
He
now.
has been our best player, in fact.
Yeah.
He has
See,
been
that's
our
me.
best
I've been
player.
talking to the whole of summer, you know.
Yeah.
Trust
Wonder
me.
strikes again.
Wonder strikes
man.
again.
What a captain.
But one question I want to ask.
You're not going to big on Abs now?
Oh, big up my boy Abs. My
Wait,
young
wait.
boy. He's with England under 23s. They got smoked the first game. But it's all right.
They probably
just won today.
they probably
Look
won
at
this
this guy,
They
bro.
won today.
This guy's awful.
They won 4-1 today. We're moving it. But big
Hey,
him up.
Abs,
Big him up.
big yourself up because you're doing great things, and I like to see. I like the way you're progressing as a player and also as a human.
Yeah, I know. As a human.
Oh, don't worry, we have personal conversations, so you lot wouldn't understand that. That's a personal message from me to him, innit?
But no, one thing I wanted to touch on is the
Don't chat to your bros.
Quincy when he's back.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Quincy.
Do you think we could go back to the three? I know Kaz doesn't like playing there. I don't know, but do you think them three together could?
my
could-
goodness.
Who was there last year?
It was Ola.
Ola, Quincy.
It was Sam November was another important defender for us.
Yeah.
But the only thing, I would rather Kaz in that left central or left side of the three, simply because he's a better ball player.
Yeah, he can play out, can't he?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if it's talking about pure defending,
Yeah.
Sam's your man.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason why the three worked so well last year, and it probably highlights yourself as well, Imedd, to be fair, because when we was in situations where it did break through our midfield, we always had three very good one-on-one defenders there, and they was there consistently. It weren't like they was there 1 week and not the other. They was there throughout the whole season, so we built a lot of kind of consistency with them three. In pre-season, we didn't have that, so we're probably looking at our defence, but when it did break for our midfield, then we're looking at the likes of potentially Imedd and the midfield and looking at why is it breaking for our midfield.
It's different now.
But we've got a completely different back three or back four, so it's probably not all just on the midfield. It is the fact that we've got so many changes at the back as well. To answer your question, if they are back, it could be something we look at, but they need to be there consistently and need to be fit enough to be able to handle 1v1s and kind of the pace that some teams have got now.
Get well soon, Quincy, man. Seriously,
him up.
big miss.
He is a big miss.
Very
yeah.
big miss,
Yeah.
man. Not only.
Don't tell him that. Right now he's shaking. You know, from that Sunday performance, he's shaking.
I can't lie, that was
I
a
see a
solid
couple things in the
performance
group
still.
chat. I'm coming back from my spot.
Nah, he felt that one though.
Tell him
Felt
don't
the
rush.
riff.
Tell him take time. Take time.
Take
man.
time. Said don't rush.
He said he's back for nationals.
Mm,
Sports
oh,
himself
that
back.
old chestnut.
Yeah,
The Nationals gets everyone out of bed, man.
it's true.
You hate to see it. No, man, Kaz is like proper versatile, good player. I remember his first game for us that I remember seeing. We played SC Dons last year in pre-season. Played left back.
Yeah,
And I
He is
remember-
naturally a left back though.
I think so, yeah.
I think he's just so good at like football that he can do pretty much anything. Like you ask him to
IQ,
play
innit?
the level.
He's like Samir.
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Like
yeah.
we're so
Pretty
lucky
similar.
we have that caliber of player that they can play left back, centre mid, like wing back, wide, and like the level of performance don't drop. Whatever we need him to do.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we take it for granted that Kaz is. He was player of the season last year.
And that's why, to be fair, because he can fit in comfortably anywhere and kind of always put in at least a minimum 8 out of 10, no matter where he plays.
100%.
And it's hard to find in it. So
And I think that injury brought out a bit of the hunger in him as well, because him as well as
Oh yeah, he
pre-season,
hasn't been
he hasn't
great.
been on it.
yeah,
So I think that injury where he hasn't played no football for 3 weeks. he's
yeah.
like,
Well, maybe that's
Yeah.
partially part of the reason.
no, he got injured 2 weeks ago.
Or was he like fully
He
fit?
went-
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fully fit.
Alright, cool. Even Ibby coming into the side, man.
Yeah.
Big up Ibby, bro, because
Aye, big up
he's
Ibby,
been
man. Aye, big up
he's
Ibby,
been
man.
he's been decent.
He can play ball, man. I
Well,
know.
What are you saying though? Like, what's the difference between playing with Mo and playing with Ibby?
I think Ibby listens. Do you know what I'm saying? He listens to players in front of him. Like, he will understand, he will take criticism on. Mo, not as such, doesn't really listen. If everyone tells him to do something, he's getting the hump. Also, Ibby can play with his feet. Mo's just he's a great shot stopper, penalty saver, but obviously Ibby can do that and play with his feet as well. So I think it makes the team tick quicker, gets
Okay.
us out of places we don't need to be in it. So big up Ibby, man.
I had a question that I wanted to even like bring to you lot. Yeah, we've had some good goalkeepers that played for Baiteze. Like, I don't want to do a ranking, but you know, let's say we get to the National Cup final, yeah, and then you can go back in time. You can pluck any goalkeeper in any moment. So you can have prime Mark, prime Emmy, you know, London Cup final Mo, any version of that keeper. Who are you starting in that game?
You have to go up. You have to go Mo, innit? He's
What?
proven.
Everyone in their prime.
He's proven though.
Sorry, if
He's
everyone's in their
proven.
prime, I have to go for Ibby.
Yeah, I know, but Ibby's
Everyone in their
on and
prime,
off.
I'm so sorry. No one can chat to Ibby. Everyone in their prime, forget about it. Forget about it. Honestly, it's not.
It's difficult.
I'm
But
so
he
sorry.
didn't say Ibby though.
I hear it.
No. Like
I'm-
I said anyone. I said anyone. So you could go Manny, you could go E-Man, you could go Mark Cav, take it all the way back.
Yeah.
You could have Quincy that put the shot on one time. Like any goalkeeper you want.
Yeah,
Quincy kept the clean sheet.
Remember that one?
Manny in his prime was different.
Oh, Manny. Manny's done his...
Manny in his prime he was the best keeper in the ends.
Ooh, I'll be real, Manny.
See, okay,
Manny-
yeah,
Manny
you know,
best
but
keeper
like
in
I have to
Holy
give up to Mo
smokes.
though. Mo, you know, clean sheet in the Nationals final, man of the match in London Cup
He's
final.
proven it. That's what I'm saying.
He's proven it.
But
you
I'm
know?
just saying,
I feel like-
the whole package. I'm just looking at the whole
But
package.
for everything
One
we
thing
say
I'll
about
say-
Mo,
One thing I'll
everything we say about Mo,
Mo does not let the occasion get the better. He will be confident. He will come up with that aura.
Yeah, he's always
You know what I'm
confident.
saying? I don't know about any. Ibby the same, but
Nah,
certain-
Ibby's not always confident.
yeah,
That's
but
the
Mo's
truth.
the only one that's
Yeah.
wants to grab the thing with both hands, especially against SC Dons. Like he
Yeah.
hates South. He hates them, man.
He's from
Yeah.
South
You
as
know what I'm
well.
saying? Like, so
he saved his best performance for the bigger stage against.
he said he was going to retire.
That was
He's a
unreal.
liar.
No, it's quality,
Oh,
yeah.
He said he was going to retire.
Is that what
What
he
a
said?
liar.
I was thinking, yo. I was even telling
He
people.
thought he was on the way out. He thought he was on the way out. After that, club said 17. He thought, oh my god.
Oh
He
my.
was calling
I
me.
know.
I Imedd.
I need.
Talk
Yeah,
to
let's
Tommie,
chat
like,
about
what's
Yeah.
that,
this guy
bro.
talk to Tommie, like,
I might be done, boys. I might be done.
Did he? Is that what he said?
I can't
I'm
lie,
shaking.
I was telling Tommie,
He's gone.
don't bring him back.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
disrespect was nuts.
Yeah.
So, how did you feel in that moment, and how did you overcome that and bring him back into the fold? In fact,
There's a lot of back and forth, to be fair, like in terms of what to do. Like from my point of view, I didn't know whether that was it and to call it a day with him altogether, because I feel like you can't let your teammates down like that. And as I said to him, that was against a team that were lower in the league. But if that was an SC Dons in a cup final or Hatch Lane to win the league, and things ain't going your way, is that how you're going to act? Because then you'll let the team down and lose us trophies. So that was in my head. But then I'm thinking, it is just a blip. Do we give him another chance? Or do we just drop him for a couple of games, put him on a bit of a ban and get another keeper in? So I was kind of tossing and turning on all those kind of options. The decision, obviously, we went with was to bring Manny in for a Nationals, which, again, is a bit of a risky one because I've never seen Manny play. So to bring him in for the Nationals. But I've heard, obviously, really good things about him. But I was willing to do that and stick by that decision and kind of not teach Mo a lesson, but kind of
It's
go
a
with
lesson.
that.
It's
So,
a lesson.
yeah,
Let's
so
be real.
I was prepared to do that. And as I say, I knew there was a risk of it going to penalties, and I knew how big Mo was in penalty shootouts, but I was prepared to go with a keeper that I've not seen before to kind of stand by that. So that's what we went with.
that says a lot about your morals as well, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You can't stand for that
Yeah.
sort of thing. But then again, you did discipline him,
Yeah.
but also gave him another chance.
Yeah.
Which is fair in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And to be fair, he did say to me after the London Cup final, I texted him before, I think I sent him a voice message before the Cup final, and I just said, obviously it's a big occasion. We know what SC Dons are like. They'll probably try and rattle you a little bit, just kind of play your game. I think I said the same to yourself as well, Imedd. And I just said to him, just play your game and you'll be one of the best players on this pitch if you just do the basics right. And then he texted me after the game and he just said, that was me repaying you from that one game when he did
Top
kind
man.
of do
Big-
that. So,
Aye, big
yeah,
him up,
yeah,
man.
Top lad.
yeah.
Honestly, that
Top
was
lad.
definitely his best performance.
Yeah, yeah,
They got more, man.
In the
Paid,
Baiteze shirt, man. That was
paid in
top.
full.
That was unreal.
yeah,
Let's talk about Sunday. Sunday, National Cup. That was the start of our journey.
yeah.
We played heavy hitters. We played them in pre-season. How do you feel we performed? And I can't lie, I'll go first. We were outstanding. We had about 200 odd people down at Barking. The atmosphere was electric. The young G's were loving it. We had Imedd in the 10 shirt. Imedd in the 10
Man in the
shirt,
match.
doing his thing. Mali performed very well, high quality. That's the Mali that we know. Wabo, best performance to date. Bruno getting 2 goals. Unfortunate with a goal, really.
Yeah.
bit of lapse in concentration. Emmy's sleeping on the job, fam.
Sleeping. You try to reverse the pass.
I'm trying to say, Adrian, I lie, man.
No, Emmy's he's a wily fox.
He is.
He knew he was in danger.
Yeah.
He knew he was in danger.
But yeah, how do you lot think we done on Sunday?
I thought we done well. It was probably our best performance this season so far, definitely. I feel like the way we wanted to play against them, the boys done that. So the kind of the information we relayed to the boys before the game and all the points about Norman, kind of finding them specific spaces, getting the ball 1v1s, 2v1s over. I think, so even though it was Norman that scored, I think it was, if I remember rightly, it was the overload we had on left for two of them. And then, of course, Norman, I think, was contributed to two or three of the goals in the first half. So, yeah, him finding them specific areas, kind of taking on the instructions we said, is what kind of got him the rewards. Could have kept a clean sheet. Obviously, it was a mistake, but it was just one of them things. But, yeah, like I say, probably our best performance today, and hopefully it gives us a little bit of momentum going into Sunday against Hatch Lane.
Definitely building blocks.
Snitch
man.
Lane.
How do you feel about that game, bro? You played in it.
It's an outstanding performance for me, by the way.
Tell you what,
By the
I don't want to say this.
By the way,
Hey, some player.
He was very good.
by the
some
way,
player.
no, I'm just hungry now, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I have to like perform now, innit? So no
good,
more
man.
laxy daisy, no more.
Showcase.
But I thought we played football, man. Total soccer. I just thought the team gelled well. Everyone knew what they had to do. No one was complaining. We all stuck together as a team.
That's the thing. That's
You know what
why
I'm saying?
I really felt that real
Like-
team spirit
like,
was there.
We were celebrating like together. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone was happy. Do you know what I'm saying? In the league game against that, was it the cup game?
Daglanta.
Like when we scored, like it was like But I feel like this cup, like if we need to win everything, but this cup especially is like
National
It does that,
It's
doesn't
different,
it? It
yeah,
gives you
different
that
energy,
kind of feeling,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I loved our performance, man. It was one of them performances like
and my boy Jack was back as well. So
Yeah.
Jack, man.
hey, that's
Yeah.
maybe why, man. Get him back every week.
Hey, real football thinker, man. That was like,
real.
it was one of the performances. It was feeling like y'all must have forgot. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
people were that. It felt like, you know, there were people. I know people were in the crowd, and I saw people in the crowd for other clubs. I know they were there.
Hatch was there. I'll tell you now. Hatch was there. My man from SC Dons. I don't know why you're there. Them man are in non-league. You're still here. What are you doing? You live in South, you know.
Who?
George. I don't want to say his name.
Bro,
Give him
let-
clout.
bro,
Allow me.
let-
Let watch,
wrong
man.
with
Let
that,
watch.
bro?
But I feel
East
like,
London Ballers was there.
you know, it was them man were there on a hate watch.
Of course.
They were there on a
You
hate
feel
watch,
like
bro. Listen, maybe I'm teasing, but it's like they went there to cheer us. It's a hate watch, man. I hear it. It's a hate watch.
I'm not too sure about that.
Actually,
man.
no,
Oh, but,
no,
you know,
I
it's
don't
not.
agree with that.
To
I
be
don't
very
agree with
to refer to the East London Ballers, they're good guys. Like they're
the
like,
man
you
them.
know, they're a man.
That's always
them,
Hatch though.
You know, but then it's like it feels like with Hatch, there are rivals. It feels the East London
Yeah,
Ballers.
yeah.
It feels like they're not our rivals yet. I don't see them as our rivals yet. I see Carves there. I see Crans there. Big up them,
I
man.
can't lie to
I
you.
feel like,
Hearing that news even gets me so mad.
what the hell? How can it get you mad?
It's
How?
getting me livid, bro.
They couldn't get
get
into the
livid.
team, so they went elsewhere, bro.
Oh yeah,
What am I talking
that makes
about?
perfect sense.
That's me saying it, not Tommy. By the way, let me.
I completely
I'm just
forgot,
saying that.
my boy.
Come on,
Sorry,
bro, like,
Love
it's
for that,
common
man.
sense,
Love
man.
for that.
To go back to the performance, yeah.
Look at this guy. Yeah, go on, Abdi.
Let's
Go
lock
on,
in, yeah. Let's lock in. Yeah. Eh? Shit. Concentrate. You gotta tell her. Yeah, man. Just to get back to the performance, like everyone was locked in. You know how like we're all singing off the same hymn sheet. Everyone was like on the same frequency. They understood. You know, it's like flow. The football was flowing.
Flow state,
The
innit?
sideline was flowing. We had a lot of guys there watching us as well. It just felt like there was.
It was Baiteze.
We were all in sync, man. All of us were in sync from the early arrival, from the warm up, from the like walking out onto the pitch. From
Yeah,
the,
you're off warm-ups, by the way. You're done.
What?
done.
What
He
you
didn't
say?
take the warm-up on Sunday.
Oh,
Tommy took
You
it.
yeah, Tommy took.
Do you know why I'm off warm ups?
Where were
You
you?
done?
Brother, as a secretary now,
He's got a lot to do, to be fair. Yeah,
Secretary?
yeah.
I thought he was flipping assistant.
No.
brother,
Does
Bro,
everything.
that's why I said jack of all
if you
trades.
watch the last episode, you'd see I'm doing everything, bro. So obviously,
Yeah, no, big
like
you up, man.
I help out on the pitch where I can, but on the day, the FA Cup, it's just like there's another level, of just like faff that you have to do. Bro.
Yeah.
The team sheet has to be filled out by hand. It's got to be given to the ref at a certain point. I got to get the bank details of all the refs. I got to chat to the groundsman about like all these other little bits.
Oh, it's little bits and bobs, innit?
It's little bits and bobs. Like it takes me away from like I want to be with the boys. I like the warm up because I get a vibe of what we're going to be like on the day. But I was there. I saw parts of it. I helped Ibby warm up a little bit, but. Like I just said, but we were all just in sync. We were all locked in. Like the sideline, and for me, it's a big part. Yeah, when guys come and watch us play on the sidelines, it gives us something.
get an extra boost in it.
Extra
I think
boost,
it's
man.
like 10%.
It's like we need like not just the fans that come and watch us play, but we need like the people that are among us, our players, the guys
Our
that play
people,
for us,
bro.
our people,
Old
man.
gaffers as
The
well.
old gaffers,
Big up
bro. Billy
Yeah,
was
big
there,
up
big up
Billy
Billy,
every time,
man.
man.
Like Michael O'Boyne was there.
Boyne.
Like
Even Kranz was there,
Even
but
Kranz
he's-
was
he's
there,
still
man.
family, though.
The guys that aren't part of the squad, they were there showing us love, and I feel like it adds to the occasion. It gives us, that little bit more. I know the opposition; it's a big day out for them. Whenever people play Baiteze, it's a big day out. Like I'm sorry we ruined your big day out, but
They bought like 6 ringers, I heard.
Swear down.
Yeah, 6 new players.
It's where it is, man.
they did better last time. To be fair, and I played the last game, and they did better.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, what? I can't lie.
I got chinked, but hey, listen, my boys got
not
it
a
back in
player.
blood for me,
Yeah, he's
bro.
not a
But I'm not a player.
GBG,
You're not.
bro.
Yeah, my GBG. I set my YGs to get. I brought someone. They want to bring ringers. I brought my YGs on the day. Shout out my boy Rayan showed up. So
Yeah.
I got chinged one time, and for that, five of them things. Hold
Hey.
that, man. Hold that.
I've
The
got
4
a question.
times.
I've got a question for the gaffer. A lot of people have been DMing me. Let Mark play.
Here we have it. Here we have
So,
it.
I want to know: is there a possibility of Mark ever gracing the pitch?
If he can play centre back, he'll play Sunday. To be fair, we need a centre back badly, but no, there could be an opportunity for him. There could be. I need to do a fitness test before a game, and then you'll be in.
Look at it.
And for those of you that don't know, Mark is just
He's sitting there with a bag of KFC. Look.
showing all 32 teeth right now. But yeah, all right, cool. Now that's cleared up. I'm not gonna lie, boys. I've enjoyed this conversation. Have you had a good time?
I've had a great time.
Right,
I've been looking forward to getting on here, so yeah, no, I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
Come on, man. Abdi Winks.
It's been a good little session, man. Enjoyed the chat with the boys, man.
But guys, listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because that will help everyone on this panel elevate to the top. And that's what we want. It's not a monologue. I'm signing out, man. Everyone, peace out. Love.